Good morning, students. Today I will explain about the remaining topics of microbes in human welfare and strategies of enhancement of food production. The last class explained about the cyanobacteria. Today I will explain about the mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza is also called glomus. This is the mycorrhiza is associated with roots of vascular plants, or higher plants, that is gymnosperms, and angiosperms. This mycorrhiza is associated with higher plants, that is vascular plants, example gymnosperms and angiosperms. This mycorrhiza useful for the absorption of phosphorus from the soil. This mycorrhiza useful for the absorption of phosphorus from the soil. It supplied to the higher vascular plants. It is phosphorus supplied to the higher vascular plants. It is resistance to root-borne pathogens. This mycorrhiza is resistance to root-borne pathogens, and it is tolerance to salinity and drought conditions. It is resistance to salinity and drought conditions. The next one, it increases in this mycorrhiza is increases in plant growth and development. This mycorrhiza is also called glomus. It is associated with roots of higher plants, that is vascular plants, that is gymnosperms and angiosperms. It absorbs the phosphorus from the soil. These are the resistance to root-borne pathogens, and it increases the plant growth and development. The next one, the rhizobium. The rhizobium is the bacteria present in the legume plants. It fixes the atmospheric nitrogen. This rhizobium bacteria is intracellular endosymbiont. This is present within the cell. This rhizobium bacteria present within the cell is called intracellular endosymbiont of root nodules of legume plants. It is present in intracellular endosymbiont in root nodules of legume plants. Anabina is also present in cycas plants. These are the intercellular endosymbiont. Rhizobium is intracellular. Anabina is intercellular endosymbiont. It is present in between the two cells. It is cavity. In this cavity, Anabina is present. Rhizobium bacteria present within the cell, but Anabina present in intercellular endosymbiont. It is present in cavity of Azalea leaves. cavity of Azella leaves. Cavity of Azella leaves. Rhizobium bacteria present in within the cell, that is called intracellular endosymbiont. And anabaena is present in within the cell in cavity of Azella leaves. So it is called intercellular endosymbiont. Intercellular endosymbiont. It is present in cavity of Azella leaves. These rhizobium bacteria present in root nodules of legume plants. Root nodules of legume plant, and anabaena is present in Azella leaves. Azella leaves and Cycas corylide roots. Cycas corylide roots. Next one. Challenging microbes. Challenging microbes. Some microbes are mutated. It is increases the resistance increases the so many number of most of the many drugs. These challenging microbes. Some microbes are have the resistant to many drugs. That is called super microbes. These super microbes, the microbes which are resistant to many drugs is called super microbes. In recently emerged diseases, that is AIDS, SARS and mad cow disease. AIDS, SARS and mad cow disease. AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. And SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome. The mad cow disease by prions. Means this there is no genetic materials. The disease infected by the proteins. Only proteins. There is no genetic material. That is called prions. It has only protein code. There is no genetic material. That is called prions. The mad cow disease caused by prions. Challenging microbes. Some microbes are mutated. It is increases the resistance to many drugs. That is called super microbes. Recently emerged disease, AIDS, SARS and mad cow disease. Re-emerged disease. Some are the re-emerged disease. In ancient days, these diseases are present, and next these diseases are disappear. And recent years, these are the emerged or represent or re-emerged diseases. In ancient days, these diseases are present. Cholera, TB and dengue fever. Some are years, these diseases are disappear. Re-enters the disease. These are called cholera, TB and dengue fever. These are called re-emerging disease. These are the re-emerging disease. Next one, genomics. The computer based study and designing is called genomics. Computer based study and design of genome is called genomics. Computer based study and design of genome is called genomics. What is genome? One haploid set of chromosome is called genome. The human being, 2 haploid set of chromosomes, that is diploid cell, and 2 haploid sets. Only one haploid set is chromosomes is called genome. One haploid set of chromosomes is called genome. These are the challenging microbes. Microbes are mutated. And it increases the resistance to many drugs. The recently emerged disease AIDS, SARS and mad cow disease, and re-emerged disease cholera, TB and dengue fever are the re-emerged disease. Genomics, computer based study and design is called genome. What is the genome? One haploid set of chromosome is called genome. One haploid set of chromosome is called genome. The next one, bioinformatics. The application of information science that includes math, statistics and computer science. This science involved our understanding increases the biology. It is increases the biology. The applications of information of science to increase our understanding of biology is called bioinformatics. Bioinformatics is it is increases the our understanding of biology using other sciences that is math, statistics and computer science. It is increases the our understanding of biology is called bioinformatics. Next one, bioremediation. Bioremediation is the breakdown of large plant, the recycling the environmental pollution. Is called bioremediation. This process used microbes. This process used microbes. The large plants, the plants are breakdown and recycling the environmental pollution. Is called bioremediation. The next one, bioterrorism. What is the bioterrorism? These microbes are used in disease causing agents in some areas and are actually use or threat of use the biological agents, that is microbes in order to spread the fear and cause of diseases is death of a large population countries is called bioterrorism. Bioterrorism is actually use or of threat or use the biological agent in order to spread the fear and cause of the disease. A death happens to large population countries is called bioterrorism. In bioterrorism, they spread the microbes, some disease causing agents. The microbes are some disease causing agent. It spread the disease in the large population countries. Nowadays, the coronavirus. Next one, biopiracy. Biopiracy is illegal aspects. Illegal uses of bio resources is called biopiracy. In multinational companies used the bio resources without proper authorization of particular country or peoples, that is called biopiracy. This use of bio resources, multinational companies and other organizations with proper authorization from the countries and peoples is called biopiracy. First one, bioinformatics. It is increases our understanding of biology is called bioinformatics. It includes math, statistics and computer science. And bioremediation. This process used the microbes, it break down the plants and recycling the environmental pollution. The next one, bioterrorism. These are actually use or threat of the biological agents in order to spread and fear the or disease or causes disease, the death of the offense to large population countries. Large population countries is called bioterrorism. Biopiracy. It is illegal process. Illegal use the bioresources. In this bioresources, multinational companies, other organization, it used the proper authorization of from the countries and peoples is called biopiracy. Next one, strategies for enhancement of food production. It is the 13th chapter in secondary botany. This chapter deals with the new varieties, new developing plants, new resistance plants, high yielding plants, so many types of high best yielding capacity plants. This plant, how to produce new variety plants, that is mutations, tissue culture, plant breeding program. It is increases the food in our country. Next one, this is the chapter, it is the new science, that is mutation breeding, tissue culture and rDNA technology, and going to be a plain pivotal role. Pivotal means the important role in further enhancement of food production. It is increases the food in the human population. Human population is increases, but soil is not increases. The food production is increases in human population equal to the strategies for enhancement of food production. In this, the process is called green revolution. It is increases the food grains. Green revolution. It is increases the food grains production through plant breeding program. The followed by better agrochemical practice is called green revolution. It is increases the food grains. Food grain production through plant breeding program. Following the better agrochemical practice. Is called green revolution. It is green revolution achieved in India. MS Swaminathan is achieved the green revolution in India. This term is first used by William Gout. The green revolution term first used by William Gout first used the green revolution word. MS Swaminathan is the father of the green revolution in India. In worldwide is Norman Borlaug is the father of the green revolution. In India, MS Swaminathan is the father of the green revolution. In India, MS Swaminathan. He introduced the draft Mexican varieties of wheat into India. He introduced the draft Mexican variety of wheat introduced into the wheat varieties in India. He developed the basmati rice. Varieties. And is also involved in lab to land process and food security process, and he involved in several environmental programs. In Indian government, he has been honored with the Padma Bhushan Award, and other medals and prizes are also take the MS Swaminathan. M.S. Swaminathan is the father of the botany. Father of the botany. He introduced the Mexican varieties of wheat in India, and is developed the basmati rice varieties. Basmati rice varieties is also involved in some other lab to land program and food security program and several environmental programs. The strategies of enhancement of food production is involved in how to produce large or high yielding plants, how to increases the food production, to the high increases human population in the earth. Is developed the some other programs, that is mutation breeding and tissue culture technique and rDNA technology. rDNA technology is going to improve the food production, increases the or enhance the food production, is called strategies of enhancement of food production. And next one, the green revolution. It is increase the food grain production through the plant breeding program, followed by the agrochemical practices called green revolution. Norman Borlaug is the father of the green revolution in world. M.S. Swaminathan is the father of the green revolution in India. The M.S. Swaminathan achieved the green revolution in India. The first green revolution word used by William Gout. Next one, plant breeding program. This branch botany deals with the improvement of crop production of varieties. What is the plant breeding program? It is the purposeful manipulation of the new varieties of plants. New high yielding or high disease resistance plants is called plant breeding program. It purposeful manipulation of plants. It's reproduced some desirable characters, that is called plant breeding program. The plant breeding program purposeful manipulation of plant species in order to create some desirable characters, the better suitable civilization is called plant breeding program. It is the purposeful manipulation of plant species in order to create new varieties of plants. In order to create new varieties of plants, better suitable civilization is called plant breeding program. Conventional breeding or olden days, this plant breeding are practiced thousands of years ago. In olden days or ancient days, the conventional breeding or old plant breeding program used the plant breeding program. In the recorded evidence in 19,000 to 11,000. 9,000 to 11,000. Today this plant breeding program majorly used for the development of food production. The development form, these are the today all over the major food crops are developed from the domestication plants. These are the new varieties of plants. Food crop plants are developed from the domestication plants. This classical or new plant breeding program involved in the crossing of hybridization of pure line followed by the artificial selection. What is the What is the crossing? The cross between two desirable characters plants. These are the male sex organs. These are the female sex organs of plants. Female sex organs of plants. These pollen grains are released from the other plant, released into another flower is called cross pollination. Cross pollination. In first year, autogamy, you study about the autogamy. These are the female sex organ. These are the male sex organ of one flower. It is the another flower, female sex organ. It is the male sex organ, that is stamen. It is gynoecium. Stamens are released pollen grains. Stamens are released pollen grains. It reaches the other flower stigma. Other flower stigma is called cross pollination. Is called cross pollination. But this stamen release pollen grain reaches the same flower stigma. Same flower stigma, that is called self pollination. Self pollination is called pure line selection. Pure line selection. Pure line selection, autogamy. Pure line selection, autogamy. The cross pollination or cross breeding or hybridation. Hybridation process, the selected plants cross the different desirable characters plants. Cross the different desirable characters plants. The classical plant breeding involves in crossing of pure lines followed by the artificial selection. These are the plants are artificially selected. These plants too are artificially selected. These are not selected by naturally. These plants are human beings artificially selected and cross the in between the two plants. In between the two plants, this process called cross hybridation in different type of different plants, desirable characters plants, different desirable characters plants. The next one, the pure line selection. What is the pure line selection? The progeny of single self pollinated homozygous plant is called pure line selection. This progeny of single self pollinated homozygous plant is called pure line selection. Pure line selection. In this purpose of the, what is the purpose of the plant breeding program? It is increases the desired plants. It is increases the desired plants. It is gives to better yielding. It gives better yielding and it produces disease resistance plants. It produces disease resistance plants. It is increases the quality of the crop plants. Quality of the crop plants, and it is increases the tolerance of insects and pest resistance. Next one, it is increases the resistance of pathogens. It is increases the resistance of pathogens. In plant breeding program, the branch of botany deals with the improvement of crop and production of crop varieties. The crop and production of crop varieties. This is the plant breeding program, purposeful manipulation of plant species in order to creates desired plant, that is the better suitable civilization. This considered the plant breeding program. Olden days, it is recorded evidence in 9,000 to 11,000. Today, all are the major crop varieties developed from these domestic varieties plants. Domestication of varieties plants. The classical plant breeding program involved in the crossing of hybridation. What is hybridation? The crossing between the different plants. Different plant species, plant flowers. These are the different plants, flowers, and artificially selected. These are the artificially selected. Pure line selection. What is the pure line selection? The progeny of single self pollinated homozygous plant is called pure line selection. What is the use of plant breeding program? It creates the new desirable characters plants. New desired desired characters plants, and it gives the better yielding plants. Better yielding plants. It is produces the disease resistance plants. Disease resistance plants. It is increases the disease resistance plants, and it is increases the quality of the crop plants. It is increases the quality of the crop plants. It is increases the tolerance of insects and pest resistance plants. It is increases the resistance of pathogenic plants. It is increases the resistance to pathogenic plants. Tomorrow I will explain about the plant breeding program.